Okay. The video cut out because I ran out of phone storage. Um, we're just not going to talk about it. Whatever. Archangel Sandalphon, forgiveness, an energy of seeking, of freedom and healing. And there's these cards that are falling from the sky that feel like it almost feels like the release of maybe pent up resentment. Yeah. So it feels like you may be willing to accept this person if the conversation goes the right way. If they show the proper attention. And then we have the evolution card number 23. It's of empowerment, transformations, protected, and preparedness. Um, it's very pretty. And we had Archangel Raphael come out earlier with the color green, and there's this aura of green surrounding this woman. It almost feels like you might be expecting this person to come in. And then we have, wow, the same card. That is crazy. In the same position to Be the Real You, card number 15, freedom, authenticity, uniqueness, and courage. It very much, this almost feels like you would be, you would be encouraging them to be the real them and show who they really are. And that's kind of the condition almost for forgiveness to take place in this connection. And on the bottom of the deck, we have Don't Compromise, card number 20. It speaks of boundaries, assertiveness, courage, and unwavering. In the reverse, we have passive, resigned, intimidated, and fearful. But I'm going to take it in the upright since it's just on the bottom of the deck. And then I just split the deck on Everything's Okay, card number 22. And there's 444 on the mailbox here. And it says big news from the universe, reassurance, support, guidance, and overseen. I'm going to leave both of these kind of exposed so we can just turn back to them if we need to. Very beautiful. That almost feels like a message to this person that everything is okay, and that that this connection is protected. And I also feel like this is, again, a message from the universe saying that everything is okay and that you can trust this. With the angel number 444 there. 444 is a message of protection. And it's almost like this news is protected by all of the beautiful energy that is here. But you can't compromise. There needs to be very strong boundaries and a very strong awareness of maybe patterns that have taken place in the past and of self-worth from the both of you. What fell here? What was that? That was just the guidebook. Okay. Very beautiful. Very beautiful. This is so cute. So let's pull some tarot on your perspective. How you might receive this person, how you might be feeling, what you think of this person currently without them even talking. Maybe that's what, I don't know. Let's just see what comes out. We have the Nine of Cups. The Five of Wands. And the Two of Wands. I'm going to pull two more. The Page of Swords. And the Ten of Cups. I'm noticing my voice is like my tone is I'm having to be very conscious that I'm like projecting. It feels like you're nervous to speak to this person. I can't even find the words now. Like, I'm trying to dissect why my voice lowered so much speaking on your energy. We have the Three of Wands. Like, I'm getting a timidity from you. Almost like you don't know how to speak up. Now, we have the Nine of Cups, the Five of Wands, and the Three of Wands. I get this sense from the Nine of Cups that you're very content with where you are. You're very, like, self-celebratory. Like, you're in a state where you're happy with the way things are going in your life, and you're very content celebrating those things by yourself. I'm curious what the Five of Wands is speaking of here. I want to see the connection between these two cards. Where did that just go? Where did that card just go? What the fuck? Did it go under my seat? How did it get all the way over there? What the fuck? The Two of Cups. I almost feel like, oh, interesting. With the Five of Wands and the Two of Cups, it almost feels like there's this energy of, distraction. I always see the Five of Wands as like drama like the drama with the purpose of distracting from the truth or distracting from a bigger thing going on. And I feel like there's things going on in your life that you're like really pouring your focus into to distract from this Two of Cups energy, the energy of love. Like there's almost something, it's like you can tell there's something bigger going on and you're doing your best to just like keep your head in the sand about it. Almost like la 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 la. I don't know what's going on. This isn't happening. This isn't here. In like a very toxic positivity sort of way. Not even toxic positivity, but very much like it seems like your focus is a lot more on the things that are going well for you, and the things that you are achieving, and the reasons you have to feel content and satisfied within yourself, which is not a bad thing, which is why toxic is not the right word for that. It just seems your focus is a lot more internal than external, or even on, like you're just trying to set love to the side is kind of the vibe that I'm getting here. And then we have the Two of Wands. And I feel like it seems like your head is up in the clouds a little bit, aimed more towards what? Let's see. The Knight of Cups. Oh, wow. That's acting as the connection between the Five of Wands and the Two of Wands. Can I get one more to explain that? The Moon. It almost feels like there's like a part of you that really secretly wants to maybe hear from this person, or like deep down you want this, but you're keeping it so concealed. Like it's very, it seems like you're pushing it down. The Two of Wands is almost, it feels like it's piggybacking off of the Five of Wands in the sense of like distracting yourself with maybe drama, but I'm not getting the sense that it's like a drama thing. I think it's more just like you're creating like really beautiful chaos in your life, like maybe doing a ton of things with your life so that you don't have time to focus on that. And the Two of Wands is kind of building off of that. You're always thinking of new ways that there's a dude that looks like he's ready to fucking, what the fuck was that? My car locked? Yeah, okay. it feels like you're trying beautiful chaos. That's where I was. You're trying to do so many like beautiful things with your life. Maybe always thinking of new ways that you can be expanding and growing in different aspects and areas of your life, and as a way of like keeping your focus not on love, not on the things that are going on behind the scene that you may low key be aware of, but not really. I don't know. And then we have the Page of Swords. What's the connection between the Two of Wands and the Page of Swords? The Page of Wands. It's almost giving like chasing superficial relationships in in as replacement for deep authentic love. Like you might be something of a player, is kind of what it's giving. Shorty, what? What's the lovers talking about here? I don't mean to say that judgmentally. I'm not trying to judge you for doing your thing. You do your thing. It seems like you're just enjoying whatever you can. Whatever you can. We have the Queen of Wands. Yeah, there's so many strings to this. It's like you're pursuing a lot of relationships in your life, maybe following like threads of lust, to kind of redirect from like true, deep, authentic love. And at the same time, with the Queen of Wands, it's also like you're really turning your focus to your career and passions in other areas of your life, again, as a means of distracting from that, like, what this other thing that you truly want, as well. Can I get one more card for the Page of Swords? We have the Ten of Swords. Oh. Give me one more. Oh. I'm gonna shuffle. I just saw the Emperor. Yeah, it seems like your focus is not very much on this person. That is crazy. That is crazy because I split the deck on the Emperor earlier, just a moment ago while I was shuffling, and then the Empress comes out. Now, it feels like self-sabotage in a very, not like the lightest way I could use that word, but in this way of like the Page of Swords is really giving me this energy of like you just trying to be as free flowing as possible and trying to it's like having absolutely no attachments to the to any specific storyline, creating so many storylines that you can't be attached to any of them. And while you're chasing these feelings of like beautiful excitement, you're almost leading yourself into this way, but it feels like a betrayal of the Empress that you truly are. It's like you know that you're deeper than the things that you're chasing, than the situations that you're creating in your life. And I just saw 444 on the time. It really feels like you're holding yourself back. And then the final card here is the Ten of Cups. it seems like it's like you're doing everything in your power to it's like you're doing everything in your power to avoid the inevitability of this person. What's the connection between the Page of Swords and the Ten of Cups? Well, at this point, it's like the Empress and the Ten of Cups. Oh, interesting. We have the Ace of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. I just saw 555. That is crazy. That is crazy. Because 555 is a number of change. And as these cards came out, it literally was screaming to me like there's a change in behavior that needs to take place. Not even that needs to take place. Again, there's such an energy of inevitability in this. Because I think that with the Queen of Pentacles, it's speaking to this concept that, like, there's only so much time in the day. There's only so many opportunities to start new things. And you can chase new opportunities as much as you want. You can spend all of your time chasing these things, but at some point, you're going to be forced to sit still. You're going to be forced to sit with it. And that's when it's going to come through, that moment of stillness. Because the Queen of Pentacles in this deck, she is sitting here, and the message in this deck is that the Queen of Pentacles has such a confidence in the things that she's achieved and in what she has acquired for herself, and is so confident in her power and ability to create beautiful opportunities, that as she goes on her way and dives into the rabbit hole here, she's bound to find more Queens of Pentacles. Oh, there go the lights. Little Jadina reference. Oh, God. And this is so... Tell me this is not synchronistic to what we're talking about here. The moment you sit still and the lights go out and you're forced to sit with it, all that's left is the light. We'll use my mic as the reference point here. And you're going to be forced to acknowledge the Ten of Cups that is waiting for you. I'm going to turn on my car just so that we have light. Just a little bit. I wouldn't normally do this, but it's actually so dark I can't see my cards. I feel like there's going to be a moment where you're forced to sit still, and it's going to come forward. This person, or like the truth of what is going on inside you, is going to come forward. We have the Nine of Pentacles. I think that you need to one moment. Your throne is stable. The lady who sits there is well admired and perhaps envied. What is there still to do? Get up and follow the rabbit into its mysterious burrow that will lead on to a new journey, to new, higher challenges and acts of generosity to others. Inside that burrow, you will meet new Queens of Pentacles and new ways of managing your life. Enjoy the moment and breathe in deeply all the things you like. Feel the energy of pleasure rushing through you and allow yourself to enjoy it to the fullest. Do not deny that life is also material wealth, fullness, and assisting those who do not have the same possibilities as you, especially if these people are a part of your family of souls. I'm going to read the Nine of Pentacles as well. You have just returned from the journey. Rejoice, celebrate, reap the fruits, and do not squander them, but to enjoy Reap the fruits, not to squander them, but to enjoy your just earnings. Give yourself and others a bonus. Everyone deserves one, according to merit. Mountains of money and items to be picked up with both hands, perhaps to invest all manners of riches in new economic or human enterprises. I think that there is this sense of like, you've done so much of yourself. You've created so many beautiful opportunities and done the most. Now all that's left to do is reap this final beautiful reward, create the life and family that you've always desired. It doesn't even, I don't know, it's such a, the way I'm framing it might feel negative, it might sound negative, but it's not. It like, all of the things that I'm saying about you, it all comes from this beautiful place of love. It almost feels like, I just split the deck on the Psychonaut. 111 on the timer. It's like you're choosing not to step into the newest, into the next era of your life. Almost like, it feels like your oh my God. Like, I'm getting this sense that there have been cycles in your life that have already come to a close. I just saw 144 on the time. And you existed in these cycles for so long, and you dreamed of the things that you're doing right now for so long that you're almost, it feels like you're in this, like, the way I was framing it felt like avoidance, but it more, in less of a sense of you avoiding the love that you desire, it more feels like you're taking a victory lap. That's the energy that I'm getting from you. It feels like you're taking a victory lap and kind of just basking in everything that's going on. 222 on the timer right now. So many angel numbers throughout your whole reading here. And I don't think the universe is, like, you're not being punished for that at all. Like, truly, it's just like, you can embrace the things you've always wanted, you can embrace all of these good things right now and just enjoy it while it lasts. But there's going to come a time where now you have to step into this next cycle, where you're on to this next journey that has higher goals. It feels like you're just beginning, and this is the last hoorah before you take off. Let's move forward. Because we have the Chariot. I kind of want to get some context. Like, we kind of talked about where you have been now, what you've been experiencing. I kind of want to find the through line here. The world, my God. Again, it feels like this is where you're, the Six of Cups. I'm tongue-tied. Let's just pull cards. I don't really know what this next section of the spread is going to be. We're just going to find out. The Four of Cups. The Six of Wands. Yeah. The Seven of Swords. I might need to read the Seven of Swords in this context. Oh, I am hungry. I might go get some tacos. The Ten of Cups. And the Three of Wands. I'm going to read the Seven of Swords real quick, because Okay. The toils of every journey must be dealt with directly and without delay. Shortcuts are useful, clever, and known to the few, but the main road is where you will find the best views and real experiences. You can't find anything in the treasure chest. Someone has stolen what it contained, so beware of deceptions and false allies. This usually happens to those who have made dubious choices. Now, I don't think you've made dubious choices. What I'm getting from this is that you are distracting yourself. You are you're embracing side quests more than your main story. I think that what's being communicated here. This feels even less about this person that we're talking about, and it feels more like about your journey. Because we have the Four of Cups and the Six of Wands. I think that now the universe is kind of trying to push you into this state of stillness. And it's like you've had your fun embracing the fruits of your labor of this past cycle, and kind of maybe getting lost in the side quests of this this old timeline. But now it's time to sit with yourself and think of how you can ascend even further. And I think that the Seven of Swords is embodying this sense of distracting yourself from the main story, but also it's almost like you're robbing yourself of this Ten of Cups energy by getting lost in those side quests. And now it's time to let's pursue the main story again. Let's keep reaching for higher and higher so that we can continue to expand. The Three of Wands, it genuinely is just again this push for growth. It's the final push to actually complete the story, and it's time to move to where you belong. Because I think while you may be having fun, I think you might know that it's not all there is. There's more to the story here. Let's pull some more cards. The Seven of Cups was on the bottom of the deck. And again, it's like, how do we reach for higher? Split the deck on the Empress. How do you become this Empress? Justice. Okay. Let's bring it back to this other person. What do they have to do? What's Two of Wands? The Seven of Swords. Oh, I'm craving tacos. I am so hungry. The Page of Cups. The Knight of Cups. And the Eight of Swords, the Five of Swords. Okay. And we might have to follow the same structure we were doing before. Which even might be a synchronicity, me saying that. Maybe it's time to get into some routines that are actually productive for you again. Now, let's see the connection between the Two of Wands and the Seven of Swords. Where did that card just go? It went all the way down there. The Nine of Wands. So, I wish I had water too. Give me one more for the Two of Wands. The Tower. And it came out in reverse, at least when I first saw it. Where did it go? Give me the card. Give me the card. The Tower. At first it fell out in reverse. It's in the upright now. The Three of Swords is on the bottom of the deck. And then the Emperor. So, interesting. It feels like we're getting into... Okay, yeah. Oh, the energy is so reflective of the story that these cards are laying out for me. In that it feels like you've been living in kind of... I'm just going to say fantasy land a little bit. Getting lost in the side quests, you know? But now it's time to, like, bring that story to a close. Allow there to be closure on this old cycle. And that's where the Tower is coming in here. With the Two of Wands in the Tower, it feels like it's like you've had fun on this journey, but now it's time to turn towards the real goal. Turn towards the destination that you're actually headed for, and that may come with tearing down the old world. And the Emperor came out after that, and I feel like this is almost the result. And maybe if you resonate with the masculine energy, this could be you emerging from this, from that wreckage, or this could signify that person. Just take it how it resonates. But it feels like you need to be ready to bring the old world to a close so that you can create a new one. And the Nine of Wands, is it being the connection to the Seven of Swords, feels very beautiful, because it almost feels like you have to just allow the sun to set on the day behind you and stand ready to take on the next one. I want to get more on the Seven of Swords, what exactly this is talking about. The Queen of Cups. It feels like you need to face... Oh, the King of Wands. Face what it is that you've been avoiding. What you've been putting on the back burner in terms of, like, your long-term goals. I don't even think it's necessarily love or this person. I feel like there are just major things within yourself that you've been setting aside at the cost of perpetuating old patterns. Not even from an unconscious place. It feels like you're fully conscious of it. The Eight of Wands, but it's time to move on. It's time to move forward. It's time to step into this King of Wands energy and actually, like, pursue things with purpose rather than for the sake of walking in circles, spinning on a carousel. It just feels like very much this energy of accountability, but 333, like, there's such a nuance to all of this, like accountability for how you've been disregarding yourself, and yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's much more to say about that. Let's talk about the connection between the Seven of Swords and the Page of Cups. The Nine of Cups. I feel like your pursuit of all of these, I want to say frivolous tasks, sorry, I just had to itch and scratch. I feel like with that accountability, instead of almost running yourself dry, or not even running yourself dry, but like, instead of walking around in circles, and kind of just pulling gratification wherever you can, it's time to, like, maybe get into more of an energy of self-celebration for what is there within you, without external validation, without going on all of these random side things. I hope you understand what I mean. Like, you're being called to higher tasks, and with that, I feel like this next journey is going to be very much this chance for you to live in self-sufficiency and self-gratification, and not having as much of a need for that external, other people giving you what you're desiring, and instead learning to fill what you're looking for with your own validation, if that makes sense. I want to get more on what the Page of Cups is talking about here. The Six of Wands. Exactly. It feels like you might be lifting others up when you could be lifting yourself up. I kind of want to read the Page of Cups. Let's do that. Your journey will involve creativity, art, and novelties, even personal ones. You will dart like fish in the water of life to discover the unknown. Don't be static. Put your trust in people and run if necessary. Often, treasures are made of energy and knowledge that you have lost or did not know existed. Be amazed and carry these treasures with you. Otherwise, you'll lose these energies and you won't understand what has happened. There was one line. Don't be static. Put your trust in people and run if necessary. That feels very significant. Like it's time to like take steps that are genuinely moving you forward, and moving to uplift yourself, and like it's very much giving. It's time to be genuinely productive. Now we have the Knight of Cups. I want to see the connection between the Page of Cups and Knight of Cups, because it's also beautiful that after that it went the Page of Cups to the Knight of Cups, because that's how it goes in the tarot. And I think that there's almost this sense of growth where it's like once you are genuinely moving with purpose for yourself, it's going to allow you to take actions that match that. Like you're actually you're going to be taking steps that are so in alignment with your heart that it's going to create more change, create actual progress along your long-term path. The Queen of Wands is the connection. And we're going to read that as well. And because I keep turning back to the book, I feel like there's also this sense of not being afraid to ask for help. Like, don't be afraid to turn to resources to navigate the path ahead. Because for the other person's reading, I didn't look to the book like once. I might have one time, but for years I've had to go back for multiple cards, and I feel like there's very much this sense of like not being afraid to ask for help, not being afraid to own that you don't know the answers. The Queen of Wands. You will need to be a source of inspiration for others, a good and wise guide who leads everyone, whether loved ones or mere acquaintances, towards horizons of peace and love. Of course, the forces of light and the forces of darkness are both within you after being explored by you. These energies will allow you to show the way, like an excellent queen should do. Here is a black cat. May he be your example. He follows his passions and walks mysteriously in the night. He knows how to use his claws, but is also sweet and loving with those who love him. This animal may be a point of reference to become a force in foreseeing and commanding situations that a queen should be well acquainted with. And I feel like there's also an aspect with that, with what I was talking about, in how a good leader knows how to ask the people that they are leading for advice. And I'm also just going to pull from my experience. I'm a manager, and I feel like my best work comes from when I ask my team for how they asking their advice for how we should move things forward. A good leader knows how to pull from their team and use their resources to their advantage. And I feel like that's a big part of this. I'm going to pull some cards for the Knight of Cups. I have to wrap it up because my phone storage is going to run out at like 54 minutes. So we have the Fool. Exactly. I think that you are now moving into a space where you're going to be moving with your heart, and you have to really trust the feelings that are within your heart. Trust the path that is being laid out by your desire and by your emotions and by your intuition as well. Whoa, that card fucking flipped out. We have the Ten of Wands. Interesting. I think that I think you just have to have a lot of trust in the journey, because it may feel like a big cross to bear. My brain just got wiped. Following your heart because of maybe repercussions of that, or maybe how scary it is to follow your intuition without tangible explanation, I guess. But that's the whole point of the Fool. He takes the leap into the unknown for the sake of the start of the journey, you know. And I think that, like, tying it back to this person that we're talking about, if and when they come forward, I think that there is this sense of needing to have trust in the leap of faith in connecting with them, that you're not writing off the journey, I guess. I want to get the connection between the Knight of Cups and the Five of Swords now. We have the Ace of Swords. And I'm going to go directly into the Five of Swords. Let's get one more card for the Five of Swords. The Hanged Man. We're going to read the Five of Swords, and then we might read the Hanged Man as well. The journey has two sides, one within you and one on the outside. Do you want to fight or the defeat of others? These are two completely different conditions, especially if you weren't the cause of the conflict. In general, you're more likely to be the winner, but at what price? You found a small treasure, but it's not yours. No one can accuse you of theft, but you certainly don't deserve everything you've earned. Perhaps you acquired it at the expense of others. Reflect on this and find a remedy. And the Hanged Man. I think that there's a really big intensity around this, because okay, I'm just going to read the card. You are prisoners, unable to move, hanging upside down. Only those who are really wise know that this may be a blessing. The wise say that only elevated souls can be happy in captivity, because in such moments they meditate, pray, and view their whole life as a beautiful dream. Conversely, if you get agitated and outraged, the ropes will tighten and cause you pain. So take advantage of them to become more mellow yet unmoving in every sense. Your condition of immobility is your treasure. Look at the world with different eyes. It is now upside down, but will soon be the right way up. Of course, when you get to stand up straight, everyone else will be upside down. Do you understand the sheer madness of that? Now, I feel like we're getting into a whole nother topic, a whole nother can of worms here, and I'm going to start another spread to discuss it. And honestly, I wish I had more time to dive into this, because it feels like there's a lot of nuance to this. Because it feels like it's like you have to build this pros and cons list of the way you're moving forward. We're at 4:44 on the time. 44:44 on the time, actually. I think that when it comes to this person and the path that you're on, you need to be fully conscious of what the cost is at moving forward. And I don't mean that in the sense of this person hurting you. It's the cost of you hurting yourself. What do I mean by that? King of Swords. Give me one moment. The Lovers. And the Seven of Pentacles. It's like you need to be very conscious of the choices you're making. Because it seems that, like, in a situation in where you are in your life right now, moving forward with this person may... we have Ten of Pentacles. Hold on. And the Moon. We're going to read the King of Swords as well. It's all... Yeah. The king is on his throne and waiting for travelers to seek his advice. You are that king, intelligent, determined, rational, and open to dialogue, but only with those who really want to listen. Do not isolate yourself and continue your work with virtue and without malice towards those who would like to usurp your power. Your wealth is intellect, mind, cunning, and sometimes even duplicity that should only be used against those who consider themselves your enemy. Remember to act nobly, and you will never need to resort to tricks or lies. And I'm especially called to that last line of, like, you do not need to resort to tricks or lies. I think that there's a strong need for you to be very honest with yourself and others as you are stepping forward in your life. Planning for your future with the intention of actually pursuing that future and not with a sense of complacency or trepidation. We have the King of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. I'm trying to figure out where to move with this, but I'm struggling. And as I'm pulling more cards, I'm getting more and more confused. I think that there are two completely different pathways, especially with the Lovers coming out here. There's two completely different pathways that are laying out ahead of you. And I feel like you need to really sit with yourself and decide what, where it is you truly want to go and what is going to take you there. And you need to act accordingly. And that's all the advice I can give you. The Seven of Pentacles, I think the Seven of Pentacles leading into the Ten of Pentacles here, it very much is... It feels like think wisely about the steps that you're taking towards that end goal. And really dissect what it is you truly want with the Moon at the end. Because it feels like there's desires that are waiting to be tapped into. But you can't play between these two timelines. They are going two completely different ways, and if you try to hold on to one, the other is going to shoot off in the other direction, and you're not going to be able to play both sides. You have to pick a path. That's what this is coming down to. And you need to take this very seriously in the path that you're choosing. What is going to take you to the highest timeline that you are desiring, and what is taking you to a place that might continue walking you in a carousel. Yeah, I don't know if there's much more to share here. There might be, but I feel like the meat of this, the real lesson of this, is that you need to sit with yourself and decide where you want to go. The Emperor is on the bottom of the deck, and it being on the bottom of the deck here is very much speaking to this concept that you need to take agency over your life, and the universe is like having a big brother moment, kind of, and like being like, all right, it's time to pick, it's time to decide, it's time to the dreams that you've said you've always wanted, do you really want them? And are you willing to take the actions that are necessary to get you there? I'm gonna pull one final card. Let's pull an angel card to finish it off. like, very much, it feels like the time is coming, and there's going to be a point where you have to make a choice. And I'm saying that because I'm getting closer to 54 minutes to where my phone is going to cut out and my mic is about to die. So it very much feels like there is an urgent need to sit with yourself. It's time to make a decision. It's time to decide what is going to happen. It's up to you how the rest of this life is going to play out. Make or break moment. We've got 4 minutes. What's the final card? Final card. Blessing in disguise. There may be a hard choice that you have to make, and it may be difficult, but it might be a blessing in disguise. Something beautiful might come out of it. And I think that is a beautiful place to end this. And I believe in you. The angels believe in you as well. The card on the bottom of the deck is communication, card number 18, accuracy, expression, intimacy, and honesty. And it's this beautiful image of people sitting around a campfire. It feels like this is a time of your life, perfect timing. Card number 29, auspicious, clockwork, planning, and patience. And then renewed connections, reunion, reconciliation, intimacy, and forgiveness. Again, the number 4 is on this card. I see a feather. Just so many synchronicities and again, the number 4 is lit up on this clock right here. Are you fucking kidding me? That is crazy. Again, like the number 4 is surrounding you consistently. I think that some really crazy shit is about to happen. Oh my God, are you kidding me? Wait, did I just see that right? Where did that card just go? I just split the deck on something, and I swear I just saw the number 4 again. Nope, I'm tripping. It is card number 40, but not what I thought it was. I think that you need to be very honest with with yourself, with people. It's time to make the choices. I hope this was able to provide you some confirmation or clarity on what you already intuitively know. This was I was not expecting it to go the place that it did, but I'm very happy with this result, and I hope you were able to get something out of this. If you want to reach out to me, you can do so on Instagram at Full Mental Alchemy with an underscore before and after. My name is Calum. This has been Full Mental Alchemy, and I'm so grateful that you would share this moment in time with me. The world is on the bottom of the deck. This is it. I'm telling you, take this very seriously. Genuinely, you need to sit with yourself and decide where you want to head, where you want to go, what it is you want to do, because the choice is yours, and there may be something coming around to make this choice for you, or force you into making this decision. So you might want to get the jump on it. I don't know. It's up to you. It's your life. I love you. I appreciate you for sitting with me for the last 2 hours. If you watched the first reading, yeah, I hope you have a wonderful moment in time, and I hope to see you again. My name is Caleb. This has been Full Mental Alchemy, and I love you. Bye-bye.